What's going on, guys? This is George from StreetCulture.US, and it is, God, what day is it? It's Wednesday. So I'll tell you what, I'm down here in Augusta, Georgia, and here's my rental car. So this is what they gave me. Is it the 392? No. Is it powerful? No. But it gets the job done. So, all right. Let's talk about the new C8 Corvette. Those of you guys who've been watching my channel know I posted a video when the new C8 Corvette came out, and you know I was not a fan, all right? Anyway, that was until 24 hours ago. Why? Because Chevrolet unveiled the new Z06 with a flat plane V8, which we knew was coming, but we weren't 100% sure. There were rumors, and now it's here. And finally, I'm starting to be a fan. Actually, I take that back. I am a fan. So they got rid of the old V8, which is fine because honestly, to tell you the truth, the looks of the car didn't match the sound. And a lot of people out there are going to be hating on, oh, you know, it doesn't sound like an American V8. Well, an American V8 didn't sound like an American V8. When we first got into it, and I think it was Ford that came out with the flathead V8. Nobody knew what kind of sound it was going to have. I mean, except for Ford, of course, because they engineered it and tested it before anybody in the public knew what the hell it was. But nobody knew what the sound in the public, or even in the world, what it was going to be. So what does that even mean? You know, it doesn't sound like an American V8. This, just like back then, over 100 years ago, this is new territory. You know, automotive manufacturers making flat plane V8s in American-made cars. I could get used to this. And here's why. Muscle cars, you know, performance cars back in the 60s, 70s, etc. Yeah, that's great. You know, they had their day. But with the advancements in technology and the refinement as well as evolution of people's tastes, I think Chevrolet finally said, you know what? Like Rob was saying, Rob Ferretti, thank you, by the way, for that video. I watched it twice on the Corvette release. I think that Chevrolet, like Rob said, finally realized these guys are asking for this. Let's give it to them. And it's not just in the United States. It's around the world. Corvette enthusiasts around the world are finally getting what they asked for. A flat plane V8 that revs to 8,600 RPM. The last engine that, I don't know, I'm not even gonna go there. I don't know what to say. A flat plane V8 in an American muscle car, which is no longer really a muscle car, it's refined and evolved into a sports car. I tip my hat to Chevrolet. I'm waiting for Ford to fire back. I don't know if they will, but I got 3 words when I think of the new Corvette C8 Z06, and that is yes, yes, yes. Those are the only words that come to mind. I can't even express how excited I am for finally an American company to have this kind of impact on the American scene. It's just amazing to me. So where does that leave us? Well, let's see what they've done. They added a flat plane V8. That's great. And it was way, way overdue, if you ask me. The exhaust. They talked about the exhaust in the video and how they have redesigned and re-engineered the exhaust to put more, I guess, say, enjoyment in the cockpit by bringing that sound from the outside to the inside. And I agree with Chevrolet 100%. Yeah, the car could sound great to everybody who's on the track, you know, around you, or even in the stands or on the streets. You go by, you hear that wicked exhaust and you're like, hell yeah. But you know what? What does that do for the person who owns the car? So Not a whole lot. So let me turn this off really quick. There we go. By bringing that back in, they're focusing on the driver's enjoyment, the driver's experience. I'm like, heck yeah, that's another bonus. So props for that. The wheels. Let's talk about the wheels. Oh my God. Rob Ferretti. Again, Rob, great choice. Orange with the carbon fiber. I mean, Koenigsegg came out with the first carbon fiber wheels from what I understand. And that was just a benchmark that had been set. And the fact that Chevrolet is adopting that to their sports car, that is just amazing. Carbon fiber wheel, we've all talked about, everybody knows, unsprung weight, etc., etc. That's great and all, but carbon fiber on an American sports car, a carbon fiber wheel on an American sports car, production sports car, that is, God, that's just, it's so hard to wrap my head around, because is it real? Is this really happening? Is an American car company adopting technology from around the world and actually applying it to their cars? Finally, we talk about, a lot of things in politics, and they have this whole woke, quote unquote, woke status. Is Chevrolet becoming woke in an automotive sense? I think they are. And I am just tickled to see it happening. I'm really proud of Chevrolet. Honestly, I'm proud of Chevrolet that they're actually listening and being that, I guess you say, that brave to finally take steps. And they're talking about, they want the Corvette to be marketed around the world. They're going to do a right-hand drive Corvette. That's going to be freaking amazing. Z06, let me add to that. That's really cool. So I'm like I said, guys, this is just amazing to me. So I'm going to go from the carbon wheels to, I guess you could say, what their Z06 is going to come with standard without checking that carbon fiber wheel option. Even the standard wheels, guys, the regular C8 Corvette, those wheels were so, sorry Chevrolet, but the wheels were just shite. All right, they were crap. And I was looking at the car, and the wheels were so small and the tires were so small, and it made the body look super chunky. And I'll get to that in a second. But now you have this 20-inch exquisitely designed, beautiful masterpiece of a wheel in the front. And you think that you can't get any better than that until you find out they put a 21-inch in the back. I don't even know how wide it is. I haven't seen the specs yet. I'm just still so excited from watching the video that the release video that Rob put in his like I said, I'm so excited I can't even talk. So 20-inch, 21-inch, and they're just beautiful. The design is beautiful. It kind of reminds me of a couple of the manufacturer wheel or aftermarket manufacturer wheels that are out there right now, but they cleaned up. I mean, you see a lot of wheels, guys, that are in the aftermarket. They're available, and then they're just too busy. These wheels look legit. I mean, they're not too busy. They're not too gaudy. They're clean. They're effective. They speak to you, and you're just, especially that silver one. I saw that silver Z06, and with the wheels, the aluminum wheels, just look. The car looks sick. So, props to Chevrolet for that too. I've felt that when they debuted the C8 Corvette a few years ago, I felt that it was unfinished. My main areas that I had a problem were the exhaust. I didn't like the split up exhaust, and we'll get to that too. They finally put it in the middle again. That's great. The wheels and the front headlights and taillights, I also felt the nose was just too tall for a sports car. I didn't like the front end. The Z06, I felt that it was too tall on the regular Corvette for the width of the car. And now Chevrolet has widened the car, which I felt when I saw it was like, finally, yes, 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 yes. I got only one word, yes. So the fact that they widened it, I think balanced out the body design really, really well. I mean, the C8 Corvette, when it came out, it was too narrow to me. It made it too long. It made the car look like she had a fat ass. And then it made it also look like it was too tall. Now with the widening of the body, the wheels to match, I mean, you throw that into the mix and you get a balanced, wide-bodied vehicle that actually looks like it should have came out from the get-go. And then the mag ride too, oh my God. I've been wanting a Lamborghini Huracan for some time, guys. Until 24 hours ago. Until I heard that V8 flat pane symphony of an exhaust note. I was just like blown away. And you know what? It finally fits. Like the engine sound, the look, the wheels, the exhaust, it all finally fits. And I'm like, yes. Yes, 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 yes. So, guys, I don't know about you, but I am very impressed. And if you can't tell already, yeah, I'm very impressed. So, yeah, thanks to Rob Ferretti for posting up that video. Like I said, I watched it twice because, God, it was just so amazing. I was shocked. And I haven't been able to do much with the car scene, guys, lately. I'm down here in Georgia, especially right now, and I'm doing some training and some things like that. But that video, waking up and seeing that video really made my morning, I'll tell you what. So yes, guys, that C8 Corvette Z06 is going to be a hell of an impact. It's titled Putting the World on Notice. And you know what? It really is. Bang for the buck. You're looking at Porsche GT3 RSs, Lamborghini Huracans. I mean, God, you know, Dodge Vipers, things like that, to that performance level. And you have to spend like a ton of money on these cars, okay? So I'm very interested to see what the Corvette C8 Z06/Z07 is going to be priced at. But I think it's going to be well under Ferrari 458 territory or 488 territory. Or maybe just under it. But either way, bang for the buck, you're going to get a hell of a package. And I'll tell you, if I was to buy one, I would probably check off the Z07 option to get those carbon ceramic brakes, because at that level of performance and also that level of evolution for the Corvette, I wouldn't want to have steel rotors. I just drilled, slotted, I don't care. I just wouldn't want to have them. I've often felt that carbon fiber rotors or carbon ceramic rotors have been, because, you know, the manufacturers, they're talking about, oh, it's too expensive to put them on all their sports cars and stuff like that. Well, it's not. The prices for carbon ceramic and carbon fiber are coming down. As technology advances, the prices go down because you have more companies out there that are making products and they're getting competitive, so the price gets dropped down. And I think that on cars of this performance level, anything above 600 horsepower, guys, needs carbon ceramic brakes. Anything that revs to 8,600 RPM needs carbon ceramic brakes. And I'm so glad that Chevrolet is listening to real race car drivers, enthusiasts, and just the overall car scene in general. I mean, finally. I mean, yeah, Ford. I love Ford. I do. Their GT. Yeah, okay, great. I mean, it was a great car, but again, it doesn't do it for me. This new Corvette C8 Z06/Z07 does it for me. And I'll tell you what, I love the sound of the V10 in the Lamborghini. But to hear that V8 sound the way it sounds, and I've been a muscle car guy my whole life. I loved it. I grew up in Detroit. You guys know that. And if you don't, you do now. And I grew up at the tracks, going to the drag strips with my dad. And I love the sound of American Muscle, and it had its day. It did. I get it. You know, you guys are probably going to hate me, but as I've grown older, and I'm 43 right now, guys, my tastes have evolved, and I think that the Chevrolet Corvette Z06 is going to answer that call for anybody who has evolved and enjoys not only the exotic scene, but just the automotive course that we're taking in general. Naturally aspirated V8, oh my God, flat plane, sounding the way it does at 8,600 RPM. It's like a dream come true. And yeah, the sound changes. Whoop-de-doo, the sound changes. Evolve, people. Chevrolet is just giving you a door into the next, like your next developmental avenue. Go there, walk through, because I'll tell you what, I don't think you're going to be sad. I don't think you're going to regret that you did. So, that being said, guys, I hope you like this video. These are just my thoughts. Rob Ferretti, thank you for posting up that video. It really made my morning. And by the way, the bar looks great. Anyway, guys, this is George for StreetCulture.US. Take a look at that Z06. I'm gonna post it in my in the link bio below. And why are these people beeping? Anyway, just like that, guys, I got to get to work. I got to get out of here. So this is George again from StreetCulture.US saying I will see you guys on the road.